Hello, Tam fam. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Tamara. My channel is called Love My Babies Forever, and today I'm super excited to be taking part in the White Christmas collaboration that is being hosted up by my girl DIY with Nadia, and my fellow co-hosts are Creations by Favi, A Perfect Place to Start, Texas Girl DIY, Krafty Leeny, Glam Queen of DIY, and of course none other than DIY with Amber. So guys, today's video is all about having a white Christmas, and I am super excited to be taking part in this collaboration with these fabulous ladies. If you're not familiar with any of their channels, I am going to ask you to go on and check them out. And I have just gotten started right into my video. Now, I'm all about quick, easy, and simple DIYs and not breaking the bank, but still look really cute and store-bought. So I decided to make a few. The DIYs that I decided to make for this collaboration are in the theme of white because of this collaboration, and my Christmas colors this year are white, red, and green. So you will see pops of red and green throughout my creations. Now the first thing I made, I wanted to have a bowl that I could just throw some display items in, and I know there's a fancy name for these things, but I don't particularly know what it is, but I think it's a dupe from Z Gallery. So I basically got a clear container from the Dollar Tree, and I usually get those in the gardening section, and I will show the picture. That's what it looks like. And I took it outside and spray painted it white, and then I used the styrofoam. I forget what those are called. I keep calling them styrofoam. I use those sterners. I think they're sterners. Those things that you put to keep your food warm. And I just spray painted that gold. And that is what I did. And voila, simple, easy, done. Now on to my second DIY, which is I'm creating a little whimsical days till Christmas sign, and I decided to use some of those wooden pieces that I got from the Dollar Tree, in addition to this fabulous fabric I also got from the Dollar Tree, and I've just been loving this fabric. This is about my fourth DIY using this fabric. Also, I'm using my favorite new item from the Dollar Tree. Guys, if you have not seen or started to pick them up, run, not walk, to the Dollar Tree and get these fluffy mop heads. Oh my goodness, the white ones, they are so gorgeous. I have used them for so many different things. I've made like a glam wreath with it. Also, just place it on my mantle so that it has a snow effect. And here I am going to be using it just as a little landing place, so I can put my what am I going to put there? I'm going to put my little Dollar Tree unicorn and Christmas tree, mini Christmas tree. So guys, while I'm doing this video, I did not include the second part, which is showing you how I spray painted the little box and write the little sign, but I will show you that in a few minutes so you see what I'm talking about. So I took two of the Dollar Tree. Those are some things from the Crafter Square. I guess they're little rectangular wood pieces, and I glued those together, wrapped fabric around it, and then I secured it at the back with some popsicle sticks. And I did that because I didn't realize I needed two, and I only had one, and it was a little bit too short for my project. So once I hot glued the fur piece to the bottom, I had these 2 wooden blocks from the Dollar Tree that I'm also going to now paint, and that's where I'm going to have the numbers for my countdown. Now the numbers are a little tricky because you have to figure out how you're going to get 22, 33, 11, all the double numbers. So I happen to have on hand a countdown sign already, and so I was trying to figure it out, and I just decided to use the format of the numbers that were on my original sign. So here I'm just using some paint, some chalk paint, to paint the wooden blocks white, and I also painted the popsicle sticks white. Now additionally, I needed to use that little crate from the Dollar Tree and also that sign, and those are going to house my little wooden cubes for my numbers. So that's the part I was saying that I did not record. So I just wrote my numbers on the cube, hot glued the box to the other sign, wrote my days till Christmas on, and voila, I am done. I hot glued everything together, and then I placed one of those Dollar Tree unicorns and a little mini Christmas tree I got from the Target dollar spot, and that's it. A very cute, whimsical countdown sign, again in the theme of my red, white, and green. My next DIY, these cone Christmas trees that I absolutely love to make. I have so many of them around my home for the season. I bought 2 and then quickly learned my lesson that I do not ever need to spend money on those. I can make them myself. So what you'll notice throughout this video is that Tamara does not throw away much. So I am reusing and repurposing, and that is what I'm going to do here. Guys, I thought I was recording and I created these 2 trees and then realized I don't have the footage. So what I did was I went and recreated them again. So here is my second attempt. Now, as I told you, I am in love with those mop heads from the Dollar Tree. So I used, to make my little mini Christmas trees, you know, the fancy ones you'll go and pay $10, $12, $16, $20 for in Home Goods and all these other places. So I used the poster board from the Dollar Tree, and I had already used both of them to create those 2 large trees that I thought I was recording but didn't. And so this is the leftover, and like I've said before, I don't throw anything out for the most part. And so here I am using the scrap piece to make yet a 3rd tree. So all I did was I just kind of eyeball it. I'm an eyeball crafter. So I just took it from the tip and then started to turn it, and then I hot glued it. So once it got into the cone shape that I wanted, I started to hot glue it together. So I have 2 options. I'm going to use number 1, the fur from the mop, and number 2, that white piece of, now I don't know what that thing is called. It's a packaging material that comes in a subscription box for fruits and vegetables that I get from Misfits, and I'm not sure what it's called, but it's like a white cottony type of vibe. That's what it has. So I thought that that would be the perfect idea to wrap my second tree with. First tree, I just took one, so I'm going to use 2 mops for this. So it's a smaller tree, so it's 1 for the bottom, and then the second one I'm pretty much using a half. So 1.5 is what's going to give me the tree. And basically I am just eyeballing it, wrapping it around the tree and hot gluing as I go and cutting into the shape that I need. And so that is very, very simple. Now I make these trees all the time. I use ribbon from the Dollar Tree or any other ribbon I want. Usually use a fur ribbon that I get from Amazon. But I like the fluffiness of these mop heads. They give you really good coverage and they look really and feel really expensive as well. And so that is what I am doing here. And once I'm finished with this one, the second one I'm going to make is going to be using, listen here, like I said, I don't throw anything out, right? So I went into my cupboard and I saw a box of cereal and I said to myself, okay, I could use that box since I don't have any more of the poster board and I would like to make another tree to show another option. So I just took the cereal box and that's what you're going to see me start to use. So what I'm going to do is to cut off those little funky edges of the box so that I have a nice, clean, flat, undented piece to work with. And after I do that, I'm going to use the same method of just kind of going to the tip of one corner and folding into that cone shape. Once I get my cone shape and I started to tear apart this white, for lack of a better term, I'm just going to call it mesh, but I know it's not mesh. It's like a cottony thing. Anyways, so once I stick away and then kind of separating it, it's like a cottony fiber thingamajig. So that is what I'm going to use. And so when I put that with the cereal box, I could still see the cereal box through it. And so I went and I found a paper bag, and again, everything can be useful. So I just decided to wrap the cereal box in this brown paper bag so that I would not see through it. So that is what I'm doing here, and then I'm following the same method, just kind of wrapping and tucking and cutting and gluing into your cone shape. For those of you who are beginners, this is very easy to do. It's just eyeballing and just playing around with it and having fun. So I decided that it would be nice if, you know how you make your Christmas tree at the top, instead of putting an angel, you have all these picks sticking out of the top of your tree. So I decided to get that effect by getting this glittery pick from the Dollar Tree, and I just cut it down and then just started shaping it at the top of the tree. Then I added a little berry, and then off camera I added a little some pops of red and gold. So here's another look at the final reveal of all my projects together. As you can see, there is a red and white and gold theme going on. And this one here is the one that I made using the cereal box. The one with the little stars in it, that one was the original one I made earlier using the actual poster board. Now, this Merry and Bright was another quick and easy DIY. I just used that piece from the Dollar Tree, a wooden sign, spray painted the Merry and Bright and hot glued it, and that was that. I actually got 2 uses out of the Merry and Bright because I also put it on another ornament, and so when I spray painted it on the ornament, it ended up leaving the name, it ended up leaving Merry and Bright on the sign, which is actually cute. So I'm really loving the bowl. There it is. See that right there? That's the Merry and Bright. I'm really loving the bowl, and I love the trees, and that one has some stars on it. And I don't know why my tree looks crooked. I promise y'all it's not. And from a previous project, I also used those fur to make that Glam Peace Christmas wreath. And here is my countdown sign, which I'm absolutely in love with. And I just love how all the projects come together and they are super cohesive because of the items I got from the Dollar Tree. So guys, I am just loving the opportunity to be with this fabulous group of women. They are so talented and creative, and I enjoy watching their channels. And again, remember, on this playlist you're going to find Texas Girl DIY, DIY with Amber, DIY with Nadia, Krafty Leeny, a perfect place to start, creations by Favi, and Miss Glam Queen of DIY, and of course, your girl, Tamara of Lovemybabies Forever. I thank you guys for stopping by my channel. I hope you saw something that inspired you. I hope you saw something that you enjoyed. And I love interacting with you guys in the comment section. So please leave me a comment. Let me know which one was your favorite. If you have any questions or any tips. And oh, I also used the fabric to make some coasters and some napkin rings. And that was in a previous video. So I really enjoy using that Dollar Tree fabric. So guys, I just want to thank Nadia again for inviting me to be in this awesome collaboration. Don't forget to check out the playlist. Go grab something hot and cozy up on this early Saturday morning and just enjoy this fabulous playlist to see what all of my fellow content creators came up with. So I hope, guys, that you are staying safe, happy, healthy, and blessed. And please, if you have not subscribed to my channel as well, I would love to have you be a part of my Tam fam. So thank you guys once again, and be blessed.